Well, good to be catching up with Glyn Hodges and plenty to catch up on as well. First of all, how is everyone?
Yeah, everyone's fine. Everyone's fine. We've had two groups in this week. We've had the positives have been in on Tuesday, and then we've had the negatives in today. So on the test, so we've had a couple of days, and we've got another day tomorrow. So yeah, we're okay.
A new signing to talk about, Ben Hennigan, someone you know from your Stoke days.
Yeah. No, Ben. I know Ben. Had him at Stoke for a couple of years. He was a young up and coming player there, and since leaving it, he's done tremendously well. And went to Chester, then went up into Scotland and joined Sheffield United. Played against us last year for Blackpool, so he knows the level, and he's a good acquisition for us.
And only 27 as well. He fits in very well with the age of this group.
Yeah, I mean everything about him. He's no nonsense, good size, good professional. He ticks a lot of boxes, and we're delighted he signed.
With the amount of games we've got coming up, how important was it to get another body in as well?
Well, we was hopeful before the deadline was always targeted a centre half, and we didn't quite get that one done. So, and then with Luke, obviously we're still uncertain on when Luke's return is. So we were basically two down. So it's unusual to sign a player of his calibre out of the window. So it was unattached, and we jumped at the opportunity.
On the subject of player demand at the moment as well, player welfare, the amount of fixtures we've got coming up, the announcement of substitutes that you're now allowed permitted, does that kind of ease the burden a little bit somehow?
Well, it doesn't ease the burden. It definitely help. I think it's something it's something that I voted for and thought purely for this selfish reasons for this next round of games. It was important that we had as many bodies possible, as ready as possible. So, but it is what it is. The show must go on after having the 2 weeks off. It's a toss of a coin, seeing how we perform and physically how we do. Our game is based on physical output. So we're going to need everybody. That's for sure over the next 3 games.
And that first game in the run of games we've got coming up is away to Rochdale this Saturday. We've had some good results there in the past. They're not far behind us in the table. We're expecting a tight game.
Yeah, tight. I mean, they're a good side. They're a good side, and they play a certain way, and he sticks to his belief. So we know what to expect. We've done some work on it today, and we'll continue to just finish off little bits and pieces tomorrow. And I keep saying every time, you have to go whenever you play home or away. You've got to earn the right and earn your corner and try and do what we need to do to get the win.
Ben's come to us as a free agent. How's his match fitness in the build-up?
Well, that's the only problem. He's not quite there. He's not at the level the other lads is. But that's fine. He's a naturally fit boy anyway, so it won't be long before he gets up to speed. But he'll be straight in the squad. So with games coming up, like I say, we're going to need a lot of bodies.
How are we in terms of Luke O'Neill and Jarko Oxley?
Well, Luke obviously with they just delayed it a little bit with our enforced lockdown, so we had to leave that for a bit. So he's meeting, I think, towards maybe the next couple of days. He's just having another scan and just seeing where that is. So we'll get more of a picture if or not he needs an operation. Hopefully he doesn't. And Jarko has gone back to Brentford because we was away for 2 weeks. He's gone back to Brentford to do his rehab there. So we'll get this next run of games out, and hopefully we'll have a new physio in place as well. So we'll take stock and see if we can get Jarko back and see how far he is.
Actually, on the subject of that as well, it was good whilst you've been away that the fact that Marcus Forss got his first international goal against France. Must be really pleased for him.
Yeah, well, I'm pleased they got beat last night because Wales won. Wales beat them 3-1 and they've gone through. So no, it's great. He was always never in doubt. It was always when they actually let us Finland under-21s let him stay here to play. They obviously had one eye on him and knew what they had, and they were quite graceful letting us have him. And he scored a hat-trick at Southend. So he's gone on to bigger and better things, and he's scoring goals in the Championship as well. So. It's good. He's a good player, and we wish him well.
What we see with Aaron Ramsdale as well, you get in other clubs that are saying, well, maybe I'll be a loaner player too.
We've always said this has been a big thing. I think when you look at the loans and you look at the players who go on loan and actually get game time, we are up there. We'll be in the top 3. And outside the Premier League of people who come and do well and play here. So that's a credit to the boys who've come in, and that's credit to our the department that to sign the players. We're picking the right boys as well that fit in our system.
But also we're going to talk about producing our own players, and this week what a massive result it is for our academy. Brilliant. Winning the Youth Alliance Cup.
Yeah, brilliant. I watched it live on YouTube. That was good as well. I was cooking my dinner and had the iPad there watching it. And it's not often goalkeepers score winning goals in cup finals, but you know, I thought they, you know, obviously they're just typical Wimbledon. They work their socks off. They never give up, and they deserve what they got.
You've worked a lot in youth development in terms of players in the past. What can this do now for our academy, taking it even further and higher? Yeah.
Well, again, it gives the boys boosted confidence. It gives the boys, you know, they can go back to their, you know, not their day job, but they can go down. They're in the FA Youth Cup. They've got a draw there that they can, you know, that's the next step for them. They've won that cup. Can they then make a name in the FA Youth Cup? And also off the back of that, people know that we've got a successful youth team and a successful academy. So, you know, even younger boys might say, well, I want to join their club. You know, it's a good club to join, especially now we're back at Plough Lane. Everything's falling into place, and there's a drive to be bigger and better. So, you know, on a lot of levels, it's a real positive thing, and congratulations to them.
And also credit to as well the structure around it. Look, Michael Hamilton, Rob Tooby, James Oliver-Pearce. It's a good bunch of coaches you got.
Yeah, well, since it's got better since Robbo's joined the first team group, hasn't it? So, no, listen, he's put the plans in place. He's put the stepping stones, and it's been, you know, it's been a, you know, a seamless transition, and you know, we're really supportive, and I think 2 of that team today train with the first team. So, you know, there's opportunities for the boys as they've had all pre-season. So, you know, it's they're in a good place. So, yeah.
I remember the late Ray Goddard scoring a penalty against Bury as a goalkeeper
Ray Goddard
as well. Yeah, back
right,
in the 80s.
Yeah, Ray Goddard. Blimey.
Matthew Cox, has he got Joe Pigott looking over his shoulder a little bit now in terms of goals he's coming up with?
Well, he scored a header at Northampton last year. Then he came up for a corner, great header. Now he scored one year, so perhaps he scored one with was it his left foot or his right foot? I'm not sure what he scored with, but listen, if you've got a goalkeeper who can come up from corners, so many people come up for corners, goalkeepers, and they don't even get a look in. So he scored one there, scored again today. It's hopefully that you know, every season he plays, he adds a goal or two, and he won't be in a bad place.
Absolutely, Glyn, really good to catch up with you.
Thank you. Cheers.